Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and this video is about a remaster of my latest scenario, Godzilla, Bakufu no Kaibutsu, and I am going to remaster it in a narrating way. Let's go. 1945, Ijitsu Buraya died in a nuclear attack of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, making Godzilla non-existent in fiction, but in reality he is dormant in a Mount Fuji for about 2,673 years. 1989, Hirohito dies of cancer, so his son Akihito takes over the throne. 1993, Misako married Crown Prince Naruhito in a traditional wedding ceremony on 9 June 1993. By virtue of the marriage, Misako Aoda assumed the formal style Her Imperial Highness the Crown Princess of Japan. 1999, Tokyo, Japan's Princess Misako was operated on, after losing her baby in a miscarriage, and will remain in hospital for a month, Japanese reports said yesterday. Princess Misako had a miscarriage, said Japan Broadcasting Corp., dashing the country's hopes for her first child in 6½ years of marriage to Crown Prince Naruhito. 2001, Eiko is born. 2005, a three-headed armless dragon in the name of Ghidorah comes out of the void inside the Imperial Palace, along with Amaterasu herself. Checking the Imperial family, but however the Crown Prince's guilt fueled Amaterasu's anger and developed a burning hatred for Misako, the United States and democracy. So Akihito sent a threat to the entire world. If you foreigners attempt to kill us, or I see a lie on the Imperial family, the Mount Fuji creature and the Sun Goddess will rise up, control all mythologies of the planet, and punish the perpetrator and destroy all of the perpetrator's nationality and ideology. After this, the world, except the US and North Korea, were feared by the threat. 2008, the Plat vandalized Chana Thinkil's Stajan's grave by stealing her body and taking her to a bioweapon facility in China ordered by the one and only Hu Jintao, planning to make a living monstrous and dangerous hacking manipulated bioweapon in order to prevent the Mount Fuji creature, Godzilla, attacking China and nuclear warfare. He sent email to future President Dmitry Medvedev and their allies about their project planned to prevent the destruction of China and their allies, but I did not work for North Korea, so Jintao and Medvedev cut ties with North Korea, fearing the punishment by Amaterasu. China is named PX 1949 and adopted by Hu Jintao. 2009, John McCain and Barack Obama is assassinated by white supremacists. The U.S. under the rule of a evil, corrupt and white supremacist President Mitch McConnell, making the U.S. weaker and more depressed and hated and isolationist. 2011, Hu Jintao sends China PX 1949 to destroy North Korea once and for all due to attempt nuclear launching close to Japan. Kim Jong-il and his son and family were assassinated, and all North Korean people were captured and turned into China's slaves. November 2011, an American communist attempted to vandalize the Imperial Palace with death threats but failed miserably, only to be killed by the JSDF forces. A day later, Godzilla, Amaterasu and the mythologies of the planet comes out of Mount Fuji and killed the Prime Minister of Japan, while saying, "Americans are traitors." The office is abolished and the government is exiled, except the Imperial family including the Emperor. Godzilla and Amaterasu takes all the power, restoring all of the imperial branches that were abolished after World War II, and transforms the military into a Red Alert's 3 Japanese-like army and trains them hardly before 2012. The US demand sanctions on Japan, but their hypocrisy led to a denied request. Europe stopped supporting the US forever due to NATO disbanded. The Arab League destroyed all American oils, causing an unstoppable depression for Americans. December 2011, the US faces a Greater Depression led to chaos, violence, unrest, guns and isolationist. Unable to defend themselves from imperial threat. China, Russia, Korea under the threat of annexation by the Daikaiju shogunate of Japan, they surrendered to the Grand Shogun and Sun Goddess by restoring monarchies by using pretendants of the throne, and Russia luckily found remaining descendants of the Romanov family. China PX 1949 escapes and joins the shogunate. February 2012 to May 2012, the shogunate of Japan annexed severe nations from South Asia, Oceania to Iran and East Africa. Russia annexes Afghanistan. Russia invades Poland and former Austria-Hungary states, restoring monarchies close to Germany. The German government fears to attack due to the Sun Goddess controlling mythologies of Earth. Germany ordered to restore imperial monarchy and then send a message to France in order to prevent deaths of their minions. They decided to restore monarchies by using pretendants, and for Italy they restored their Roman Empire by using Italian royal pretendants. Europe is back to a monarchist stage. The Ottoman Empire is restored by the order of Reciprocity, reflecting on the deaths of WW2. The Osmans are back to power. June 11, 2012, Europe invades Africa and restores their colonies. France restores West Africa. Indochina and the British Empire is restored due to invasion of Egypt, Iraq and Syria. Germany invades West South Africa. All Commonwealth states are back to the British Empire. June 12, 2012, Turkey invades Greece, annexing it. Spain unites with Portugal, forming the Spanish Empire, but still under a king. July 1, 2012, Treaty of Toshi is signed. July 4, 2012, Washington, D.C. is destroyed by a shogunate atomic bomb called ACO device, forcing the remaining U.S. government to surrender and be executed. But while the government collapsed, the military and citizens continue to form the resistance to fight against the superior shogunate and mythology forces. July 7, 2012, Mexico is invaded by the Daikaiju shogunate. Completely conquered and left no traces of Mexican territory, the president is beheaded. July 12, Spain invades Brazil, completely annexing it and killing the president. Brazil surrenders and South America is taken by the shogunate and the Spanishes. Next day, all of the forces focus on the US. It is only a matter of time before the resistance is crushed. The war may be short due to mythology, power and technology. July 13, the American resistance surrenders, the prisoners taken by the imperial forces butchered to death and the US people butchered. July 14, Treaty of New York is signed. It will be remembered as the Amaterasu Restoration, aka World War III, aka the fall of democratic communism, the fall of the USA. The war is over with a Amaterasu victory. After the war ends, Hollywood and Los Angeles is destroyed, and every American culture is destroyed, and replaced with Japanese ones to make them remember the history of Japan and the world. But there is the same changes in the future. 2014, Julio Carlos abdicates, King Felipe IV takes over. 2017, the American Republican supremacists is ambushed by 11-year-old Prince Hisahito and the ancestral guardian, Ghidorah. Due to the hypocrisy of the resistance and plans to destroy all traces of foreign history and culture, slaughter all those who are born foreigners. All members are butchered to death. The resistance in America is now gone for good. 2019, Naruhito takes over as Emperor of Japan. 2021, Mako marries Kenny and moves to New York but under a British colony. The map you can see right here is the world in 2022 in this alternate universe. Thanks for watching.